Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here, and today I've got something very special. This is a 19 Fender Strat 1996, almost 1960. This is my grandfather's Stratocaster that he has had, I want to say, about 15-16 years. He actually gave it to me yesterday. I was blown away. I was speechless. I couldn't believe it. And because he's gotten more into Gibsons, I actually gave him my SG as well. I went up there just intentions to give it to him, kind of like as a late Christmas present. And he surprised me and said, "Here you go," and just handed me his Strat. And he's like, "This is yours." And I was like, "What?" And I was like blown away. He hasn't played it in about 4 years. It's sat in a closet because it needs a refret, kind of. Like, the frets are definitely worn down, but it's not unplayable. I might get a cheap neck and experiment on that before I do anything on this, on doing it myself. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it at all. It plays just fine. And it sounds amazing through this PV Valve King 20. One thing I love doing is just putting on a nice overdrive. And I think that's a really nice sound. Got a really cool crunch, and that I just love the way that sounds. This guitar surprisingly does high gain really well. I was not expecting that at all. I mean, I'm not saying Fenders can't play metal by any means. Yngwie Malmsteen, Iron Maiden, and Judas Priest all prove me wrong on that. But the main reason why this one, it just sounds really good to me. I've noticed it has kind of like this doom metal sound to it, but I really like it. Now, obviously it's going to feedback really bad. You put on a nice noise gate, and that takes away a lot of it. So you can turn the noise gate up. So, and then if I were to say add an overdrive, yes, it's going to feed back more, but it tightens it up a little bit, and which I really like. But this guitar means a lot to me. Whenever he would play, and I'd watch him play, or we'd jam when I could, this is the guitar he played on, and so the fact that he's given it to me means the world to me. The other thing is, I've been really thinking about a name for this guitar, because I do name all of my guitars. It's just something I do. This will be known as Root Bringer, and the reason why is because I am a huge fan of Jim Root of Slipknot and Stone Sour. He uses Fender, and he is a huge metal player. Obviously, he plays other stuff, but like in those bands, it's kind of like a hard rock metal sound, especially in Slipknot. And he uses Jaguars, Telecasters, Strats. Yes, they're usually hot rodded with EMGs, and actually I think that's about it. I don't think he uses Floyds. It's usually just EMGs. But to me, they actually do plan on possibly trying out a set of EMGs in this, or a set of GFS's red actives, like that's in my Schecter. And we'll see, I don't know. I do plan on getting a black pickguard, just because white pickguards aren't really my thing, and this is, even though this is like a light mint color, I don't know. But this guitar just has so much mojo, and obviously, I mean, my grandfather probably put in like 1,000 million hours on this thing. I just love that sound, and to me, that's insane that, you know, this guitar just has that mojo, and I'm like, I could play on this for hours. It's cool because the last time I've had a Strat with this amp is when I recorded that music video. And so, I don't know, just the way that the combination sounds. That's a really nice warm tone that is in between the neck and middle position. I keep getting lost in my playing, like this thing. It means a lot to me. I do plan on, like I said, upgrading a few things, but that's actually about it. The tuners on this they're some of my favorite tuners. They're just the way they're in. They're not locking tuners or anything. They hold tune really well. I mean, we pulled it out of the case. It was still somewhat in tune. And for being in a closet for like 4 years, that's amazing. Of course, I added my Death Wish logo that I put on because Death Wish coffee goes on everything I try to either play with my band with or just play regularly with. And nice little feature that I have to say is the saddles on this thing are so nice. They're just really, I don't know, I just like the way that they're designed. And my my grandfather is not a tremolo user. He doesn't use a whammy bar at all. So he actually has this down with 4 springs. It's not a floating drum. It's basically a hardtail, but the sustain and like the way it stays in tune is just. Got a lot of sustain, and that I didn't have any pedals on besides my noise gate, and I'm digging this. I'm super excited, and I might change the pickguard. I like black pickguards. White pickguards aren't my thing. That's the main thing I'd probably do if I kept the pickups the same. It's just swap the pickguard. That's probably it. I'm just getting lost in my playing here, so I will send off. Hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you want to see that music video. I will post it. Anyway, Jack Punkington signing out. Peace, guys.